So we're going to start out with just some general questions, and then we'll get into some more specific stuff.
Okay.
But the first question is just if you can please tell us what you were doing before your up, how you heard about the program, and why you decided to join.
Okay. So before you're up, I was working for Lucky's as a service specialist, aka bagger. And I was going to school at Skyline College part-time. And I heard about this program through Lucky's. Actually, a random customer just happened to come up to me while I was getting carts in the parking lot and told me, basically, like, why are you doing this? Like, you could find something better. It was kind of like, threw me off in a way, but, like, in the end, I realized he was trying to help me. So he was just telling me that his son did this program and that he was working for, like, Google and that he really liked it, and he ended up doing really good after the program, so he suggested it to me, and I looked into it and applied. Now I'm here.
Great. That's really cool. That's sort of
Yeah.
serendipitous and interesting.
Yeah.
Do you want to start?
Sure. So more specifically, what makes you want to work in tech?
So it's a really fast-paced field, and that's something that I really like. I want to continue learning as I go through my career. And that will kind of push me to keep doing that. I think there's a lot of room for, like, opportunity for growth. So just advancing in whatever career I go into, I think, is pretty possible in the tech industry. I think it's kind of like, sorry.
I know I'm typing and it's sometimes a little bit.
It's like work that I feel like I would value because it's like helping other people. And for me, I want to go into the project management track, and I think with the projects that me and my team would come up with can really benefit others.
Great. So throughout L&D, everyone faces challenges. So what has been your biggest challenge or growth area during L&D, and what have you done to overcome it?
I want to say my biggest challenge is being on time. Although I haven't been late or turned anything in late so far, I feel like it's been kind of challenging just to keep up with that. So there's days where I kind of feel like, I'm pushing it. I could just wake up like 20 minutes later and still make it on time. But then I have to like remind myself, like, no, you have this like professional brand to keep. You can't like show up late. You just you have to push yourself to be on time. Yeah.
Are there specific things that you've done to ensure that you like get up on time, that you make that a priority?
Mostly just setting alarms. I just remind myself like why I'm here pretty often. It's for like I have to look at the big picture of why I'm doing this program. Basically, that's just what keeps me coming on time, being prepared.
Great. And as we move into the internship phase, how are you going to make sure that when it comes to this particular growth area, you're set up for success, that internship?
I think I've been doing pretty good so far. Like in the past, on this related to school, I used to be late like almost every day, and having to transition from like the bad habits that I had there to here, like I feel like I learned to move through it and just like keep myself going by just, like I said, reminding myself why I'm here. Just a lot on the line.
Great.
Referring to the internship description, explain what makes you a strong candidate for that technical internship.
Can you repeat the question?
Sure. Referring to the internship description that you have, explain what makes you a strong candidate for that role.
I think being a team player makes me probably the strongest candidate. I feel like I work really well in groups, and for example, when we did the business plan here, I was the team lead, and I had to make sure that my team had met all the deadlines and that we were on track. That everyone was doing what they were supposed to be doing while also like supporting them if they needed help. So I think that's one thing that would take me pretty far.
And specifically, what track are you interested in?
Project management.
Project management. Okay, cool. All right, awesome. So our next question is going to be a scenario-based question where I'll give you a scenario,
Mhm.
and you just tell me how you would handle it.
Okay.
So, which one will I go with? I'll go with this one. Imagine that you were asked to organize a room with a lot of tech equipment. What tools and processes would you use to keep track of what's there and what gets taken out?
I think I would probably make like a Microsoft document of like keeping track, so like sign in, sign out logs.
Mhm.
So whoever takes some, like say a laptop out of the room has to like sign out that laptop or sign out the charger or sign anything out, so that just everything is kept up with.
Okay.
Yeah.
Great.
Could you describe what your greatest strength is in the workplace?
I think my greatest strength in the workplace would be my adaptability. I think I pretty much could get along with anyone. Working for Lucky's, like for 3 years, that gave me a lot of experience with different types of people and how to handle different situations based on their personalities. So I think that really helped me when it came to like communicating and dealing with different personalities.
Could you give a specific example or two where you kind of exhibited that strength in previous roles?
A specific example would be, sorry, can you repeat the question?
Sure,
Can
relating.
you repeat the question before?
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
So relating to the strength that you identified of being really adaptable and being able to work well with other people,
Mhm.
could you identify an example or two where that really came into play for you? Could be within Europe, or it could be before in a different role that you've had.
I think relating to Europe, it would probably be just being able to communicate with staff and my peers. I think helping my colleagues when they need help, like I feel they can easily come to me for help and they don't feel like intimidated or anything to come up to me with any problem that they have. So.
All right. So, Marissa, what is one career goal that you have for yourself? And what have been some actions that you've already taken to reach that goal?
So my career goal would be to ultimately end up in project management. Some things that I've done so far to move towards that has been applying here. Just using my resources that I have here in order to learn more about that path and to learn some of the skills that are necessary in order to be successful as a project manager.
And are there particular types of projects that you're interested in managing? Or is there like a particular field you're interested in going into? I mean, I ask because project management is very, very broad.
Yeah.
So.
I want to say more towards like probably like medical technology. Yeah. Like
Why?
for my business plan, I had the idea of coming up with an app for diabetes. So it was basically where you don't have to carry like a little pod. It goes really in depth, but basically from your phone, from the app, you can send insulin to your pod, and that will directly send the insulin into you.
What draws you to the like healthcare side of project management?
At first, I I was going towards like nursing when I first started school, and then I realized like that might not be something that would suit me. Like, I don't know how I feel about drawing blood and like doing all the dirty work, you know, that nurses have to deal with. They have to go through a lot. So I was like, I don't know if that's something that I would really want to do, but I do want to do something where I can benefit other people, and that is one way that I can do that.
Great. What is one really important hard skill that you've learned during your time at Year Up so far? And how do you think that will positively impact your internship experience?
I want to say just learning Microsoft Suite, so specifically for project management, probably Excel. That would benefit me because I can use it for a lot of different reasons. Just keeping track of, like, say, financial things that are going on in the office, depending on whatever project is going on. Being exposed to some of, like, the functions, to solve maybe some problems.
Great.
All right. So we're going to move on to a tech demonstration. If you can pull up that computer, we're going to use it. I'm also going to stop the taping because we're not going to